Saggies, welcome back to the illest illuminator. So first of all, yes, I'm quite late, which is not usual. So for those who have a personal reading with me for this week and some from last week, but I already contacted them, there's going to be a week of delay. So, and it's gonna be for everyone's highest good, because spiritually we've been through a major shift at this point. And I don't know about you, but since this is my work, I am getting a lot of spiritual kicks, insights, and downloads, and they were going like a freaking roller coaster. Like I found myself in some kind of a spiritual ecstasy at one point where I was like, okay, I need to get down to earth as quickly as possible. So that's one thing that I wanted to say. Another thing is, I tried with this deck just now. I got some messages out for you, which I will talk about, but I am actually going to use another deck. I received it as a gift from the shop where I always go, and they are so powerful. And I was like, okay, there is another meaning. Not the main deck, you know, that's like my main bitch. You all know, like, she's my main bitch. So we're going to do it differently. So what I can tell you is, this is especially for those who have been dealing with a soulmate connection. There is truthful communication that is about to happen, like really truthful communication. Both of you, it's now all about opening up that throat chakra now, because there was the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So both of you need to ground yourself, because both of you are going to speak some kind of a truth towards one another. It's like inevitable. So you need to ground yourself. You are both being very cold and detached towards one another, but there is love. There is love there, but both of you need to get that cold feeling out. There needs a lot of communication, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So you better ground yourself as much as you can, because you're gonna need it, Saggy. You're gonna need it. So let's see what is going on. Let's see what's going on for my Saggies for October. And I seriously can't wait for the extended for the he said, she said spread. It's going to be really necessary, I guess. So let's see. What are the messages for Sagittarius? They are so smooth. Seriously. Okay, we're starting. Oof. Okay. King of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Two of Wands. All in the upright, so that looks good. This is you, Saggy. This is you, even though you might be dealing with another fire sign, but this is you. You know what you want, and you know how to get it. You are embodying your masculine energy right now. Like, there is no, like, hello, sorry. So definitely you are embodying your masculine energy, whereas I was just thinking about it, like, remember the last couple of months where I said, like, the other person wants you to come forward, to take the first step, to initiate something, because that's what you have always been doing. But then that way you were, back then you were like the chaser. So you were just like feeding up the energy, and that energy turned out to be all conflicts and fights, because I believe that you might be dealing with someone that is not capable of your masculine energy. This could be for men, but this is especially for women that are in need to put their masculine and feminine energies in balance. That's the temperance, like tempering that energy, knowing when you need to take action, knowing when you need to take a step back, knowing how to reciprocate that energy. So there has been a lot of arguing, also a lot of inner conflict. This could also be you having those inner conflicts in the past, like, do you want to make a move, or aren't you gonna make a move? Like, that was the decision. Like, either you need to take the horn, like, take it by its horns. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I see you doing at this point. Like, you made the decision to take a closer look at why you both are arguing and how to overcome that. Like, you are determined. Like, you have the confidence to actually make something happen, and you're not falling back to your old routine. You're not getting frustrated. You're not getting angry. If you have been, you are still not ready to be in this group. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Because what Pisces did last month, Pisces full moon, and I got my Pisces in rising and my moon. So for me, it was like floating. Like, it was like a really flowy energy and no emotional outbursts. It was emotionally controlling. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I got out of that. That's cool. That's fine. So we got to the Aries, and I got my Aries in North Node. And North Node is about your karmic destiny. So what you ought to be or where you need to be going. And it does revelate a lot about your future as well. But with Aries, and this is for everyone, and I remember I told you guys this last month, like, be careful with the Aries full moon, because if you still have resentment, anger, fear, past betrayals, whatever you name it, that you did not handle correctly and you did not heal in the past, it's going to come to the surface, and it's going to have this energy of, like, it could start with like inner conflicts, like you get frustrated and you want something real bad, because that's the King of Wands. Like, that's like, I know what I want and I'm gonna go get it. Like, I don't care, I got the Archer, I'm gonna get it. But there could be still a lot of anger or resentment due to the past. So you are overcoming that. If you have been capable of grounding yourself, and if you got those triggers, I talked about these triggers last month. If you got those triggers coming to you, and you knew which direction to choose, and to really look closely at where these triggers were coming from, you make the right decision to keep calm and keep steady. And that means that you overcome the triggers. If you still are getting triggers and you're still getting those resentment or anger, you need to find a way to ground yourself and get your mind clear. Have the power and control over your own mind instead of the situation. All right? And just withdraw yourself with the Hermit there. Like, if this is gonna come up, which it might have been, or it's still gonna come, you need to know how to ground yourself. Didn't I tell you this is going to be a soulmate reading? This is going to be for the twin flame readings. I'm telling you. And there is, from both sides, there is okay. We've got the Four of Wands in the reversed, and then we have the World card. So in order for things to stabilize again, and for both of you to come together, I feel emotionally you're both on the same level. It's just the action-oriented part that needs to happen for it to become more stable. There is still a lack of union. Like, even if this is a union, this could be just a spiritual union. Like, emotionally, in the spiritual round, you feel that everything is actually cool on the surface, but outside, the things that you can actually see around you, you're not grounded yet. You still have not that come together, and that's because there's still a lot of things from the past cycle over the last year that needs to be resolved, which it is. There is going to be expansion, there is going to be a resolution, there is going to be a come together. Let's see. Knight of Wands. I just wanted to say, like, you're going to be the one that's going to manifest this. Like, you are going to be like, this is so much fire. Like, you can totally see that the Aries full moon just got you guys like, okay, I got my aim and I know where I'm going and I know how to get it, but I gotta be, in a way, practical, but also in a way, like, you gotta play it cool. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be able to sit on your ass to first think about your next move before you make any move. And once you get all the puzzles to the pieces, you can make your move. You will make your move, and there will be movement. Like this king was just sitting and just plotting, you know, like that's you. You were just like sitting and plotting, looking back to the past and be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. This is plotting, you know, this is plotting. This is Two of Pentacles. Like how am I going to get this battle out of myself first and then get the battle won eventually. Here we have the Hangman in the reversed. So could be dealing with another Sagittarius, Aries, or a Pisces individual. For some of you, it could be a Scorpio as well. Okay, I'm seeing what is going on here. Well, we can take you as well, don't worry. So we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse and the Four of Cups reverse. So someone that you have been dealing with is going through some spiritual awakening here, which they do not understand. They don't get what's going on in the spiritual realm, and they are frightened. They're a bit scared of how their whole situation or the world just flipped upside down for them. Like this is like a huge clarity or spiritual awakening that is going on for this individual, whereas you have all your roots, like you're confident, you know spiritually that whatever this is real. But I can tell you that the person that you are dealing with, even though that you thought that, you know, emotionally you both are balanced or you both know what you want, this person does not know what is going on, and they're trying to resist. They're trying to resist the enlightenment that they're having. But it's going to act slow. It's going to happen real slow. But they're going to understand that taking it also too slow is going to make them miss an opportunity, and they're going to become very restless at this point. So they need to. You got like 3 4s here. You got like 3 4s here. So you're gonna come out of stagnation. This person is not willing to wait anymore either, or you are not willing to wait any longer. And this person is, once you leave the scene or show that you can get out there and still do you, this person is going to have they're not going to be happy with the way that it's at a standstill, and they're going to feel like it's a missed opportunity because they're going to feel restless. They're going to feel restless in their energy. And that's why they know that the communication needs to come. And the only way to communicate is to come together in a house. Or not in a house, but I'm seeing a house. But let's see. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Justice. Didn't we talk about justice all this time? There's going to be a balance of the scales here. Someone needs to make an objective decision. Someone may have been very judgmental in the past, but that could also be because you were very, like, not, I want to say flaky, but you were not consistent. Like now you're consistent and you're ready to stay that consistent. Only make moves when it's able to make moves, and there's going to be definitely travel where maybe at that point you can make this person understand that what they are going through and which spiritual old belief they need to let go of and align themselves with the energies. This person does not want to align themselves. They are fighting death at this point. But as I said, I feel that this is very positive. This is like understanding that you miss an opportunity by taking it too slow because you're not being adventurous. You're not like trying to understand what it is and be proactive. Like this is like having regret. Like, oh man, I wish I knew this earlier on so I could behave also differently on it and get to the 10 of Cups. So definitely there's justice gonna come. Like whatever this battle is that you both have been struggling with and the defeat that both of you have been feeling, justice is going to get served. This was the last reading as well, the Vimeo reading. Go check it. It ended up with the Justice card and the Ten of Cups, and we're still on it. So if you haven't checked that reading out, please go check it out, because you'll see that the energies are just need some time to, you know, settle down. The energies need to settle down. So you also, Saggies, settle down. Relax. So I'm going to continue with the he said, she said, because I'm really curious to see what is going on. And I see you guys very soon. Ciao.